Good morning! Today is Justin's day off, and I've mentioned this before, actually recently, but my love language is acts of service, so he told me to just have some time alone, uninterrupted, while he hangs out with the kids, which honestly, he loves that because he gets not as much time during the week with them as I do, obviously. So he's hanging with them, and he told me to come in the bedroom and just have some me time, and that's what I'm doing. So I think I'm gonna do some skincare, self-care, while I talk to you guys. And I'm gonna be using this Osea Golden Glow Body Trio. If you have not heard of them, they are female-founded and family operated since 1996, a year after I was born. They're also clean, vegan, cruelty-free. They are a seaweed-based skin and body care, which is inspired by the founder's grandmother, which I think is so sweet. Which, speaking of family, I am so excited. My mom is going to be coming out here in just a couple of weeks to spend a week camping with me and the kids and Justin. We're gonna be driving a couple hours north. I cannot wait to see her. It has been like since Faye was just a couple weeks old since my mom came to visit, and it's been too long. And speaking of my mom, I just want to brag on my mom a little bit. Justin and I got to go on a date night the other night, which is pretty rare, but we were talking about our families and just how much my mom has taught me. She raised me and my sister all on her own. My mom taught me to be so independent because she did everything on her own. I watched her do everything on her own. She made me so independent. I remember not being like scared to move out or get married because she was with me every step of the way. She'd go over budgets with me, teach me all about how to do my budget, answer any question I had about being on my own. Like, she knew. She still is the person that I call immediately whenever something in the house goes awry, whenever I need help figuring out what I'm doing with these kids, I call her. She truly is just like the most incredible mother. I just used this dry brush on my arms and legs, so exfoliating. And now I'm going to use their body balm. This stuff is incredible. It makes my skin feel so moisturized, nourished, and so much softer. It also smells like incredible. Okay, next is the body oil. I love that the body oil is so rich, but it's not greasy. The smell of this one too is like unreal. Their body oil softens, nourishes, and firms like no other. It visibly improves sagging skin to give you a more toned and sculpted look, and it has that intoxicating aromatherapy elixir that enhances every inch. Every time I use their products, I feel and smell like I went to a 5-star spa. Oh, it's so good. They are honestly absolutely incredible. This trio is limited edition, so if you guys want to try it out and support this mother-daughter brand, you can use my code Rachelle Golden for 10% off. I personally feel like this would be an amazing Mother's Day gift paired with just some time to themselves. More bees. That's a cool bee.
A funny bee.
Funny bee. Let's see what else over here. How do bees make honey?
Let honeybees honey.
What's in there?
It's a bee. It's a honeybee.
It's a honeybee.
It's
This one is a wasp.
well,
That's a wasp, not a bee.
it's a big bee.
Oh, that is a big bee. Which kind is that one? And this one is a bumblebee. Okay, what do you got?
I go out.
Oh gosh. It's okay to be different. We found the book stash this morning.
What this one?
It's okay to be missing a tooth. To be small, medium, large, or extra large.
And that's the
Good morning, everybody. Unfortunately, I think our kids have come down with some sort of cold. I think it's just a cold because they all just have like a runny nose. 2 of them have a cough. So I'm hoping it's just a cold and nothing more. It's been actually like a month since anyone's been sick. And that's the longest we've gone since November. Do you guys remember, sorry, Justin's vacuuming, so it's kind of loud. But do you guys remember when I made that baby clothes quilt for Emma back when I think I was pregnant with Faye? I started the boys and then I had never gotten around to finishing them because I gave birth, and then I never got around to it. So this pile is Asher's baby clothes. This pile is Ruben's baby clothes, and I'm going to finally finish them. I just got everything all kind of organized again. I ran out of interfacing, so I need to get more of that. And then I need to get like the back fabric. So Ruben's is more of like his warm toned clothing that he had, and Asher's is more of his cool toned clothing. So one's gonna be more bluish, one's gonna be more like yellows and greens, because that's what we always did for their colors to tell them apart. So I'm gonna go to the craft store at some point today, I think, and get more interfacing saying so that I can finally at least get these things started. And then once theirs are done and Faye is like closer to like 18 months, I will probably start on hers. So that way they all have them, even if they're tiny, even if they're these tiny little quilts like Emma's. I don't know if you guys remember hers. We're doing all the laundry, but hers is this tiny little guy because it ended up being so much smaller than I remember. But I will say, she loves this thing. She uses it for everything. She uses it for her dolls. She sleeps with it. Like, it's so special to her because she knows mommy made it. So I cannot wait to finish the boys so they have one.
Are you sicky? Are you just a little sicky? I'm a witch.
You're a witch? And what is this?
This is the witch house. Come in.
Oh, hi.
Come in.
Ah!
I'm done with my stuff. I'm done. Then close the door and knock it. And then open it.
What?
Make it a huge house. Then make it bigger than this.
How are you feeling? He was sick. When was that? Just yesterday? 2 days ago?
Like 3 days. But
Are you better?
I feel a little bit better. Just like headache.
It's like the worst month for everybody in our family to get sick because May is always our
Crazy month.
absolutely craziest month. And then this month, like this year, there's even more like work stuff for him during the weekends. We have multiple parties. And then on top of that, it's also just like the hard, sometimes I cannot tell if that's a mad
scream.
cry or a happy cry.
Ruben screams are indistinguishable.
It's like a
honestly.
scared or happy, you can't tell, but there's no crying afterwards, then it was a happy one. But I was gonna say, it's like May's already the busiest, but it's also just like the hardest, like emotionally, like we have to find like time to go to visit Bryn this month and everything too, and it's just,
It's hard.
they make me laugh so much, so much. He's trying not to cough, I can tell. I'm gonna go to craft store.
Have fun.
There is nothing quite like putting on a sweater that just got out of the dryer on a cold day. Ready. I just realized I cannot wear these. Okay, so what I need to grab here, I'm at Joann's, is something, oh God, what is it called? Fusible lightweight interfacing, which basically like you put on the back of the fabrics for the quilt to make it more like stable and not so flimsy. It makes it much easier when you're sewing the pieces together. So I need more of that. And then I'm also gonna see if they have like the fabric for the backing of the quilt. So for Emma, I did like a pinkish color because her colors were really pink. For the boys, I wanna get one that's more bluish for Asher and more of like a greenish or like a, I don't know, like a light pale. I don't know, I have to check. Something that'll match Ruben's. I'm thinking green. So we'll see what they have as far as their selection for colors goes. Gosh, it's bright. My favorite. Okay, I got the interfacing and then I know it doesn't go, but I found all of these Pokemon fabrics and they're so cute. I'm gonna have to find something else to make with these sometime because, oh my gosh, I haven't found what I'm going to get for the regular fabric yet. They moved a lot of stuff around, so I don't know where everything even is anymore. So I'm just going through literally every aisle trying to find the right colors. Okay, the lighting in here is terrible, but this is like a white with like a sage green. So I'm gonna get this for Ruben's, this like denim color for Asher's, and then I got their little bindings, their threads, and the interface. So I just need to get this cut. I just need a yard of each of these. The lighting in there was so yellow and then the music was so loud, so I'll be able to show you better out here. But this is what I got for the back of Ruben's. It's like I said, it's like a white with like this really pretty sage green because most of his is like greens. And then for Asher, I got this blue. I liked that it was a little bit in between because some of the blues on his blanket are lighter, some are really dark, and this is kind of in between that. So I got that for his. I got the interfacing. I got the binding for each of their blankets. So for Ruben's, I did again like this sagey green color to match. And then for Asher's, I didn't know exactly what, so it was like a taupe color because he's got more of a mix on there. And then I got their threads, which I got again blue for Asher and more of that neutral color for matching the back of Ruben's blanket. I got their threads, and I will have to come back because I need to get like the basting material for the inside of the quilt. I think I have enough pins, but I don't remember like how much of the basting you need, like because the quilts are pretty small, but I wanted to like measure before I bought it. So I'll probably have to come back, but honestly, now I can at least get started sewing the pieces together. And then once I've got like the actual clothing pieces all quilted together, I can go back and get how much basting I need. So we'll see. I'm 99% sure I filmed when I did Emma's baby clothes quilt. So I will definitely show you guys an update once I get around to it. It's just hard to find the time, honestly, because at the end of the day, I'm so tired and there's no way I'm able to do something like this when the kids are awake because it takes up so much time. I just remembered that when I did Emma's, the boys were still napping. Good times. Probably not a good month for me to decide to do this, but I feel like it's a good distraction for me. Honestly, I'm one of those people that thrives on having distractions when I'm going through a lot, like emotionally, or even a lot, just like there's a lot going on. I put more on my plate as like a distraction, but for some reason it helps me. I don't know if anybody else is like that. And May is literally just like the hardest month of the year for me emotionally when it's just been it's been 6 years since Bryn passed away, and like reliving all of that is so hard every May. Every day leading up to like the day that I gave birth to her, I just get like these memories pop up, and then I have like the letter I wrote to her for her funeral, and like it just all comes like coming back like full force. And that combined with just like all of the commitments that we have in the month of May. Of course there's Mother's Day. We have 3 family birthdays, 1 non-family birthday, our anniversary, which is 9 years this month. Like I said, Justin has a lot of stuff going on at work this month. There's a lot of like events that he has to be a part of, and then just the normal work week. So then you only really get like a couple days on the weekend, at least for us. We only have like a couple days on the weekend, like 2 days where we're all together, and trying to cram all of that in is really hard. And I try my best to be like emotionally sound during this month, but usually it hits me like when I bury it down for too long. So it's just a hard month. But I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna spend time with the kids because like I said, today's Justin's day off, and I just like, I don't know, we want to do something together. I'm not sure what, but I will keep you updated with these. It's my distraction. It's good for me. We'll talk to you guys again soon.